I'm at the dump. There's a doll baby. I think I cut the head off this one, and I sold 3 of the heads from this dump on a auction site for, well, they come to like $35 with shipping. Creepy doll heads, they sell, so pick them up. You know, 35 bucks is all right for 3 pieces of things that I thought were pretty much junk. But I'm up here, I'm doing some digging. Look at this. There's just bottles everywhere, and there's nothing like there's a sunspot, but there's nothing past they stopped dumping here in 1960. There's just bottles. I can't take it all. It's just I have so many bottles at the house. I've been unloading them mostly at flea markets. See, there's a big wine or whiskey. I'd say that's wine, but who knows. Take that. Well, it's chipped. You ought to see all these I have from up here. I give them to my mom. Probably 150 of them, and I've left 150 of them here. Look here, rim off an old crock, and it's, look, there's blue on that. That's a shame. Here's another piece of a crock. There's a baby leg. I'll probably take that. Somebody might need that. I don't know, maybe I'll find another one off of it. All the stuff seems to be right together. You know, that could be cleaned up, and that's a part. Maybe somebody has one of the legs. Throw in a big lot of doll parts. There's like an onion bottle. That's a shame that that's broke. Let's see here. See if we see anything laying out. You can just see this is where I raked. I haven't been up here for a while. See, here's a big soda, probably green glass. It's kind of cool. It says stuff on the bottom. A lot of stuff here. There's just stuff everywhere. There's a Sunspot cola. Didn't see nothing. There's a little blue thing, not take it, it's screw top. There's real old stuff here, but there's a lot of new stuff dumped over it. So, there's a Coke. I think that's Wheeling, West Virginia. It's a shame that's broke. Yep, Wheeling, West Virginia. Let's see. There's a real old toothbrush. I like these places where the water runs down, and then, you know, you can see the stuff real good. It's washed off. After it rains real hard and you dig at a dump, you want to go back. I found a copper dog tag on a place like this. It says 1919 on it, and it's a county in Ohio. Maybe I'll put pictures of it at the end of the video. I got it cleaned up. It's really awesome. But I'm gonna look around here. I'll get back on my find. I don't want to bore you with all this, but you can see there's just glassware everywhere. All kinds of cobalt blue bottles, and these are just ones, you know. These are nice, cleaned up, and you can paint on them and stuff, but I have hundreds of them. How many do you need? 7-Up. There's a rim off a milk bottle that would have been probably pretty awesome. There's stuff everywhere. There's another Coke. It's busted. Wheeling, West Virginia. It's a shame on that. Look here. There's a Parkersburg, West Virginia crock. Donahoe or Donahue. So you can see Parkersburg right there. That would have been a smoker. There's something else right there. It says Paden City Pottery. Oven proof. Just lots of stuff, man. But I'll look right here just for a second more, and then I'm going to start the digging action. It's going to be, I looked at the forecast, 93 today, so probably take that. That's kind of nice. It's got a lot of embossing on the bottom. I might take that one. I like stuff like that. Looks like a cork one there. Oh yeah, that's a cork. But it's no embossing. But it's a cork top. I might even take that. That looks like, An old oil, maybe that's a handle off a skillet or something. Hoping to get a live find here looking through this stuff, but I got a lot more to look. You know, I can bend that back. I'm gonna take that. That's a pretty nice land. It's gonna crack, so no, I'm not gonna take it. I thought there would be street pavers in this dump. See, there's brick. I was hoping to get on a variety of street pavers and get like 20 different ones, but just didn't. There's none in here. Well, at any rate, I'll get back, folks. Wish me luck. All right, folks. I didn't know what this was at first, but this is gold. It's stamped, but I can't tell what it is. I thought it was a piece of like kids crap. I've been in toys, and look here. It came up. It broke right here. You can see that little. It's like it was a soldered spot, and it come apart. It was kind of just like this, stuck, and when I picked it up, this fell off. But let me get this wiped off more. This is a gold pocket watch, and it's complete. I don't think there's any of the guts in it at all. It's probably just leached out over time. Oh yeah, it's gold. I can't, let me see if I can read it. It's got a bunch of numbers on it, but it's too small here. It's definitely gold. Holy craposaurus. Let me get this cleaned up a little bit and I'll be back. Gold, folks, right out of this bank. It was right, you can see there's a rock wall in here, and there's stuff up on top of the rock wall laying, and I was raking it down and this flipped right out. Oh man, folks. Not as good as an arrowhead, but this is pretty cool. You can see it here. Well, anyway, I'll get back if I can read this, and I'll put up pictures. We'll see what this says. This is probably pretty old. Later. All right, it's been like 25 minutes since I found that gold pocket watch. I want to tell you about this. These things are sharp, and they cut these roots out. It's a lot better, and you know, you can bust them out with a shovel, but you do that all day, your shoulders and back and elbows are going to hurt for about a day. But here's what I've raked out of here so far. This little plastic thing says golf on it, like golf oil and gasoline. Got this one's bent. These might be Tootsies, or I don't know what that, those plastic, it's something land or something. They had, I don't know, but fire truck, arm off a doll, just, you know, nothing great. Some gears out of stuff, some of this, lots of blue bottles. I've been trying to take, I probably won't take this one because I have hundreds of these, but I found some literal ones. But I'm gonna get busy, see what else we can get. Look at this place. There's just bottles everywhere. And it goes that way, 1/4 of a mile. But this is the only spot that's really got old stuff. It's just a waste of time mostly any other place, unless you want to find toys from the 70s. Later. I watched some guy's channel, multi-teching, called Quarter Hoarder. It's pretty cool. You should kind of check that out. I don't know the dude or nothing. I've never talked to him. I just like his channel. But he'd like this find. Look at this. It's an old Tootsie toy pickup truck, and you can tell by the style of it, you know, that's an old toy. That's awesome. Still got green paint on it, it looks like. That's a good find. Love it. Still got, oh, it's still got all 4 wheels. That's Jesus. We're gonna have to clean this one up. I'll restore this one. Look at that. The rubber tires are still on it. Heck yes. Pretty good find, folks. How about that, Quarter Hoarder? Later. All right, here's one of these early Sistersville cokes. It's embossed Sistersville, West Virginia, right here along the bottom. And this is a nice one. It's gonna look brand new, cleaned up, and I only have one of these left. One nice one like this. I've sold all the rest of them at flea markets, every one of them. All my cokes are gone except one or two of each that I've kept for my collection. Can't keep all this stuff, but that's a nice bottle, and they sure as heck ain't making these no more. And that coke plant's been closed down for years. Later, put that in the bag. Yeah, you can see here I'm working this section here, and there's just mosquitoes everywhere. Probably gonna have malaria. But check out this, it's like a pepper, and I thought it was broke, but it is not. It's a little planter for a little plant, and I'll take that to my mom. That's kind of unique and cool. It can be cleaned up all nice and put a little plant in that later. See, I'm working up in here. There's lots of whole bottles and stuff coming out, but right here I got my first marble. It's probably a Marble King. Let me wipe it off in my shirt here. You can see what I'm looking at. There's just stuff everywhere, folks. I can dig on this the rest of my life. It ain't bad. It's got green, and yeah, there went my hole. You gotta watch for cave-ins. Yeah, it's a Marble King patch and ribbon. It's a little green, white, and red one, a Christmas one. But it ain't bad. It's perfect. There's not a chip or a crack in it, and it looks like that green might have some adventurine in it. But anyway, I'm getting ate up by mosquitoes. It's 93 degrees. I had to put my shirt back on with socks, and I wore a black t-shirt. You can see here, and I'm miserable, but I'm gonna suck it up and dig and get you guys off video. Got that truck. I got a gold pocket watch, some marbles, some bottles, this little planter. I've been picking these up too. This one has a number 1 on it, and I've never seen that one before. Got all kinds of different ones there. I can find hundreds of these in a day. Hopefully I can get some like multicolored swirled glass ones today. I like them ones. But anyway, later folks. All right, I had to walk up there to get my shovel. I always hide it here, and I found this, and that's glass. It's a glass egg. Never seen one. Right there is called paying the cost to be the boss. Just fell in a hole and cut the crap out of myself. But that's the way it goes. We'll get this disinfected and cleaned off with water, and we're gonna hit her. If you're not bloody, you ain't really looking. Later. All right, I'm all cut up and I'm feeling pretty rough. I'm wringing wet from sweat, but I just got a cork. It says Bloomington, Illinois on this side. And then on this side it says Heberling, Heberling. And it's got a nice cork top, and it's perfect. And I also raked this out seconds before. It's screw top, but it's an old perfume bottle, and it's like, I think it's perfume. It'd say that's what it is. I was thinking it might be a Crown Royal bottle, but that's like for a sample, like a one shot, but I don't think so. I think it's some kind of perfume, and it's marked on the bottom, and I've got a cap to fit it, so we'll take it. I'm not doing bad, but I don't know how long I want to stay after I fell in that hole. I'm cool. I'm good. I ain't gonna be hurt or nothing. I might even go arrowhead hunting after this if the water's down some more. I'm just trying to pass some time till I can look. The water's too high, or I'd be arrowhead hunting, but this is fun. Later. I just walked back down there after I did that clip and came up here and took one rape and got a day maker. It's a jumbo peanut butter, and it's got the embossed elephant on it, and I think it's called the Frank Tea and Spice Company, Cincinnati, Ohio. It's right there. It's all embossed all over it, and mason jar lids fit these. You can see here, they're really awesome, and I only have like 3 of these. I gave one of them away to one of my buddies, and this one's just absolutely perfect. I love this jar. It's from an old peanut butter they don't make no more, and it's got like Dumbo's elephant head right on it. Awesome. Embossing all over it. It's really embossed on the bottom. It says Jumbo, good enough for me, right on the bottom of it. ENUF, for me. Cool find. Later folks. I'm glad I brought that saw and cleaned out these roots. It's places that have never been touched. The roots are big. But you know, how can you argue with this? It's an old Magic Valley cola bottle from Sistersville, West Virginia. Sistersville, WV. A right there. The label's perfect. It's like that painted on stuff, and that's the Sistersville Coke plant. And that space there's the hills behind the valley. It sits right by the Ohio River in Sistersville, West Virginia. Let me see if I can see the date down here. 1957, Magic Valley, and that's a nice one, folks. There's nothing the matter with that. Everything is there. Nice find. Later. All right, somebody must have felt sorry for me today upstairs, because I fell in a hole and got all cut up. But this is awesome. It's screw top, but I've never seen this. It's a bear, and it says Snowcrest Beverages, Salem, Massachusetts. And I don't see no type of date on it, but man, I really like that. I'll put a cap on that, and that'll be just awesome in my cabinet. Look how cool, folks. I love it. All right. I love stuff like this, unique glass, and especially animals. I love animals. Well, I'm doing all right today. Hope you're enjoying. Later. Right here's a first. Just got this little milk, and it says, for this to have this painted on, embossing on it, it's because I'm digging under a rock ledge, and when the stuff was thrown down, it got buried real quick, and it's pretty much stayed out of the weather. This says Swiss Ohio, pasteurized dairy products, Woodsfield Ice and Creamery Company, Woodsfield, Ohio. And it's also embossed on the other side just the same, and the embossing is just perfect. This is a day maker for me, because I don't have one, and I have an embossed one that's from the Woodsfield Ice and Creamery, but this is just as good. And it is awesome. Day maker, folks. Yes. Well, anyway, I'm in a good spot, and you can see there wasn't any hole here when I first started digging. You can see the amount I'm digging, I'm doing in a day. It's 93 degrees. You got to suck it up. And if you're arrowhead hunting, and you know where there's bottle dumps, or you know where you can metal detect, you got to do that to make your channel grow. There's only a certain number of people that watch arrowhead hunting videos. You're going to get to a certain number of subscribers, like 4,000 or 5,000, and you're done after that. It'll take you 20 years to get enough subscribers to make any money. You got to do everything. You just do. Right, I did get another one of these cork bottles. It's the same, Bloomington, Illinois, whatever that said. And I got that Hires root beer, and it's really nice. It's from the 50s, I would guess. It's really, yeah, 56, I think. It's really embossed on the bottom. That's gonna look brand new. Happy to get that. I got some other sodas and stuff. Got this cool thing here. Got a gold pocket watch. I got a couple other marbles I didn't show because they were just crappy ones. Patching ribbons that were just like green and white. You know, a common marble. Didn't get any real nice ones. I just showed one of them just to show that I was showing marbles. But I'm filthy. I'm wringing wet with sweat. Got dirt all over me. I'm cut. But I did good. We'll go home and get cleaned up and soak in the tub and see what the water looks like on the river. And I'm going to go dig some arrowheads. If it's down, it needs to come down like 2 or 3 feet. Well, anyway, later, folks. Hope you enjoy. I'm back from the dump. Looked at the water. It is down feet from just the time me being at the dump. They really let it down. Found 3 flakes of flint on this place and a mummy. Taking the mummy home with me. Hit some other spots, see if I can't find an artifact. All right, this is all I found today. The water went way up overnight. I couldn't even find places hardly to sift, but I did, and I got a pocket full of flint, but that's it. And I have one broken piece out of a tool or something, but this is brand new. I could dunk that. Maybe I'll put on a dunk show or something. I'm pretty good at basketball. I'm like a 6'3.5" guard. I can handle the ball real well, and I can shoot. Alright, it is Friday, about 4 o'clock. I was out on the river, but instead of the river going down, which I thought it was last night, we must have got rain upriver and it went up. So I was I was very limited on what I can do. This piece has worked right along here, but it's exploded. Got a little flake knife. You can see here the jagged edges if you use this, and the rest of these flakes. But I just walked a creek and I find arrowheads in it, but I didn't even take my GoPro. I wish I would have. I found 2 artifacts, nothing spectacular, but this is kind of nice, and I'll give it away in my giveaway because I have lots of these. Found this nutting stone, feet from this one. The creeks look awesome. You saw my flooding here. There's just all new stuff eroded. The nutting stones aren't nearly as nice out of creeks as they are on the river because you get that tumbling action. And the river that I looked is dammed, and the pools in between the dams are just like lakes. So there's no tumbling action just from the boat traffic. And if you get the stuff, these don't really get down in the shore and tumble around, so they're good. But this is the find of the day for Friday. 2 holes in that side and another one right in the center, and I found it steps from this one. The creeks still have water in them, but you know, they're lookable. And I got a real nice big rock too. I carried it out, but it was bad on the river today. I might hit the dump tomorrow if it doesn't go down. I watched Aqua Chigger. He was in a bottle dump in Canada. It made me want to go back to mine. You know, it's going to be 100 degrees tomorrow, but I think I could handle it for a few hours in the morning. So maybe you'll get some of that. But if the river goes down, I'm going out and try to find some good stuff. But I like this. That's a pretty nice little nutting stone. But anyway, later. And look at this sweet little dog. Nicest girl in town, huh? Best girl dog in the county. Right here. What a good girl. What a nice one. Tell them you've had 3 flea bites in the last 48 hours. The fleas are bad. Huh? Good girl. What a nice one. Alright guys, I'll get back on my finds at the dump. It's gonna be a hot one today, but I'm gonna suck it up and get a video. Later.